What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. I want to go over some of the current data points, what shorts have been doing, and everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. Currently, SoundHound is up 2.2%. Very volatile day, but it does seem to be at least moving in a nice upward direction. People's appetite for risk is increasing. Meme stocks are running like rampant for the most part over this last week, largely because of 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗛𝗖𝗧. 6.2 million shares have been traded so far in the first about 2.5-3 hours of the trading day. 28.6 is the average. And these are some of the transactions that have occurred on the secondary market above $100,000. So far, only one transaction being done today, but even if you look at over the last several trading days, or even right here, you've seen a lot more attention coming from institutions. And for a momentum play, that's exactly what you need. As I've said in the past, SoundHound is a very unique circumstance. It's a hybrid stock, so it has a AI component, momentum play, and plus it is a very heavily shorted stock. As of late, though, there hasn't been any recent news, no SEC filings, nothing like that. So it's just been rather quiet, piggybacking off of the broader market, as well as some of the meme stocks. So that's what has kept it alive somewhat, because it was somewhat scary around here. So May the 29th, it did look like it wanted to dip and break below some of the key support levels, but luckily enough, it has been holding up like a champ. So I'm going to go over all the things that you need to know. As of right now, shorts are returning 278,000 shares. 22% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 63.98 million shares overall are being shorted. Utilization 96.1, and then cost to borrow average a little bit lower in comparison to, I guess, the last several trading days, but it is at 24.08%. When it comes down to SoundHound being a squeeze play, I think right now, with GameStop potentially going to very high levels in the foreseeable future because of 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗛𝗖𝗧, because even though it's going down today, like it's similar to SoundHound holding very good support levels. And if, for instance, 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗛𝗖𝗧 does exercise his massive amount of calls, this is where you could see a very fast spike up. And as companies do try to mitigate risk by losing with GameStop, this is where SoundHound shorts could return some shares, causing the stock price to go up. But on a side note, it would really help if, for instance, SoundHound put out some pieces of news. Last news that did come out was associated to the recent earnings, and so that was at the beginning of May. On a side note, this has gone up quite a lot, so a lot of growth stocks and spec plays will benefit from rate cuts. And so this has gone up from around 30% to 56.7% for at least 25 basis point cut. And then this has gone up to around 9.9% for a 50 basis point cut. And this is for the September 18th, 2024 meeting. So it looks like that is going to be a very clear indication of interest rate cuts, and that will really help stocks such as SoundHound go to higher highs. Today, looking at options, 240,000 in calls, 47,000 in puts. Sentiment-wise, 60% of all the options being done today are optimistic and bullish. And of the call options that are being purchased, you do see a consensus for it to be above $5 by the end of, it looks like this week, if not early next week. And then looking at puts, you do see consensus for it to be below, kind of within the $4.50 to $5 range. So there's a lot more upside anticipated versus down. I've already brought this up, so these are some of the transactions on the secondary market. These are from the dark pool. It's a little bit more popular, but as I've explained in the past, this is linked to shorting and everything else. Before I go over the technicals, there's one thing as well I just wanted to share with you. I did post this actually on the SoundHound Reddit page because I feel like a lot of people need to know this. This is the current ownership for SoundHound. So you do see 66.08 million shares being held by institutions, 3.76 million by strategic entities, and 226.59 million shares being held by other, aka retail. And looking at that from a percentage basis, 76.44% of the float is being held by retail. So a lot of people think that they don't have any voice or anything like that. Technically, they do. So just wanted to share this with you. You guys do with it what you will. Latest Morningstar report actually does show the fair market value for SoundHound being $6.84. There hasn't been any recent analyst ratings. So last one was done 22 days ago. H.C. Wainwright, $7 price target. So yeah, that's kind of stuck in limbo. Hopefully there's some good pieces of news or either rate cuts that will really push a lot more analysts to give ratings on SoundHound. On a side note, if you're looking for a lot of good compiled information such as ratings, analyst forecasts for upcoming earnings, and everything under the sun, take a look at Interactive Brokers for all of this to be completely free. Link in the description below and also the comments. But moving on from here though, talking on the actual technicals itself. So with it right now at $4.89, it is trading between these 2 points, so the S1 to the pivot. 436 is going to be that next strong support, vice versa. 506 will be that next strong resistance / target, which in my opinion, given the circumstances, it could be actually touched tomorrow. ADP non-farm employment is also coming out first thing tomorrow, so that could give the market a nice push higher, thus helping SoundHound get to this range, so the pivot in this R1. And then from that, especially in a momentum play, all it'll take is just a nice little push, and then it'll be back in the 6s, 7s, and so forth. So let me know your thoughts on SoundHound. Give yourself a shout out. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? Based on the momentum indicator, it shows today individuals or retail is buying, but they have been largely selling out ever since May the 20th. And probably the whole meme craze has been the only attributing factor why it actually has been staying at these levels. Currently, it is flirting with that 50-day moving average right now, so that definitely is something to kind of watch for. And right now as well, on a side note, it is lower percentile of the Bollinger Band. Stochastic, you do see it at 25, so it is considered oversold. So if there's a good piece of news associated to the company itself, you will see a rush of value investors. And like I've already pointed out, with it being a momentum play, a rush of capital is very, very good for it. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. But one final thing I just wanted to share with you, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So this is a kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.